Well, good afternoon, hockey fans. On a It's better to be inside on this cool fall day than outside hockey game here in the Fort. It's 49 degrees, windy. The high is almost there at 50, low will be 43. Much warmer inside. The wind isn't cutting through here, and the action will heat up this afternoon, so we'll feel the heat as we carry on in this afternoon's game. Well, the Spacemen have been on a roll as of late, and in case you haven't noticed, they are on a 12-game win streak, having only lost their season opener down in Clarksville against the Red River Spartans. And boy, have they put it on from there. The Spacemen in the last few games have picked up some victories, and they have played their last game against the Chicago Cougars. 5-3 was the victory for the Spacemen there. Battle Creek Colonels, they took it to them 6-3 on the road. Played MJDP here last in Fort Wayne, came out 8-4 over that. And, well, actually up in Mount Clemens, Michigan, but in Fort Wayne, they were 5-3 victory there. So, as a affiliate of that team, that MetroJets coming here in Fort Wayne will be playing against Spacemen for the first time this season, and that'll be a pretty exciting game there. So we'll see how that one fares out. MetroJets have put on their own winning streak effort. Starting out against MJDP, they picked up a 6-1 victory there. 5-3 over the Toledo Cherokee back September 26. 2-1 over the Columbus Mavericks. But the Columbus Mavericks, that was home ice advantage for the MetroJets. Columbus Mavericks picked up a win at home, 5-4 over the MetroJets. 8-2 over the Battle Creek Colonels on October the 10th. MetroJets picking up 8-0 against the Fresh Coast Freeze. And MetroJets gave up against the Red River Spartans down in Clarksville, but they came back on the 18th, that was the 17th, and picked up a 7-5 victory. And here we are, ready for action in Fort Wayne. See what the MetroJets can do here. We split wins with the Spartans down in Tennessee. They came up here, and the Spacemen took them to the couple of games here and found the victories here against the Red River Spartans. So pretty good team down in Clarksville. And the MetroJets saw that too, and they're a pretty good team of their own. So we'll see what they can do in that matchup here in Fort Wayne. What an exciting game we'll have in store for you here as we are getting ready to bring on the teams. Starting lineups for the MetroJets, starting in net today. Number 82, Jacob Obzera. On left defense, number 21, Enric Fournier. And number 4, Jake Blum. Starting on left wing, number 20, Luka Pivic. On right wing, Sutton Majeski. And starting center, number 33, Jackson Stone. For your Fort Wayne Spacemen, starting in net, number 1 is Gleb Rekov from Rudnik, Kazakhstan. Left defense, number 21, Rex Wollington from Indianapolis, Indiana. Number 81, Michael Scully from Fort Wayne on right defense. Left wing, number 70, Ivan Barnachov from Tomsk, Russia. Right wing, Bogdan Vysotsky from Volgograd, Russia. And number 5, Preston Slater from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. That is your starting lineups for both teams this afternoon. So with the schedules, with the MetroJets sitting 6-2 on their record against the Fort Wayne Spacemen 12-1, who's it going to be today? We'll sit back and enjoy today's matchup. You are about to see an exciting game here, because remember, when the Fort Wayne Spacemen in town, it's hockey time in Fort Wayne. We are on rink 47. 47 was the number of Braden Lewis, who played for this very team starting in 2020. Played 3 seasons with them, and he lost his life April 15th, 2023. Spacemen take to the ice. Lost his life on a strong battle for cancer. Please visit the playlikebray.org website and look through that. It is a very, very good cause for players that need a break maybe at times. Founded by Adam and Kristen Lewis. And Adam used to be a Fort Wayne Comet here and raised his son in this great town, in this hockey town here in Fort Wayne. And he went on to play for the MetroJets to the end. Jamie Lovell, head coach for the MetroJets. Once a former Comet as well, so A lot of connection here in Fort Wayne. Starting lineups for the Spacemen taken to the ice.
Starting at center from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, number 5, Preston Slater. And on left wing from Tomsk, Russia, number 70, Ivan Barnashov. And in goal from Rudny, Kazakhstan, number 1, Vlad Rogol. Please stand for.
Now we'll have the playing of the national anthem. Thank you for participating in the playing of the national anthem. As always, we want to give respect to the men and women, past and present, of our armed services in this great country, and especially to those who have fallen, who have given their life. The brothers and sisters miss them, and always, always remember. All right, we're ready for action here. Rink 47 here in Fort Wayne. It is the second home of the MetroJets. And a great honor that they have to play like Bray, like Braden Lewis. All right, here we are. 20 minutes on the clock, fresh sheet of ice. Both teams, very good teams, and we are ready to see some very good hockey. It'll be exciting, and we are ready for face-off. Center ice, and here we go. On the puck drop. And it's a battle still, and it's going to come to MetroJets as they put it into the Fort Wayne zone. Back it goes. Rakoff picks it up, feeds it into the corner. Hanging on to it. Barnachov feeds it up, and it's broken up. And the battle's stuck back into the Fort Wayne zone. Willington feeds it across over to Scully, over to Vysotsky, now brought up Slater, taken by Fournier. Fournier with it, trying to feed it. Try to connect to Majeski. Back it goes. Scully's going to pick this up behind the net. Scully looking on the pass, turned over to Bunk, dumps it in almost on the glove of Rakoff, goes wide. He tried to play it, went off the boards. Now the pass to Vysotsky behind, picks it up. Now gets through Bunk. Here comes Vysotsky up. Vysotsky setting up, trying to get a shot going, but it's broken up. Now on the feet, bringing it out on the carry. Zoutman now. It is sipping back into the MetroJets zone. Played by Metro. Bonk on the pass, goes in and out of the stick, back into the attacking zone for Fort Wayne. Gross goes into the corner to chase it out. Gets the pass across. Turned over, back. It's picked up in the Fort Wayne zone. Wolf feeds it across. And it goes from Bonet. Ends up into the stick and stop by Obzera. Here come the MetroJets now, bringing it up the ice. Hartzell trying to get going. He's hit off the play. Wolfel picked up the loose puck behind in the corner. Keeps it tied up on the boards. Still tied up along the boards. Gross on the reach, trying to get a hold of it. Now it's going to be played. Bonet looks, feeds it on the boards. And off a hit, the puck's loose. Coming back to it. Now here we go, coming up the ice. Bonet puts it in. Volobyev tried to stop it there. It is underneath. Might be Hartzell now, picked up. Jets have it behind goal line. Oh, on a missed pass. going to come back slow. It's going to be picked up Woolington. Woolington back with the puck. Try to go on a stretch pass. It's going to be broken up on the boot and played into the zone by Glomboski. Woolington trying to push it up. Fed to point, coming across. Coventry with an attempt on a backhand, trying to feed the back door. No doing from the hands of Glomboski. Now it's back out into the neutral zone, picked up by the spaceman here. They come up the ice. The puck's going to be turned over. Now here coming up strong. Byler loses a helmet here as he battles up against Charon. On the pass, connect. Change for spaceman. Davis on a one-man show here. Realizes he didn't have a teammate. And it goes down for an icing against the MetroJets. So face-off in the attacking zone for the spaceman. Face-off's going glove side. Obzera. Slater versus Charon. On the puck drop, picked up by the MetroJets. And it comes down the ice again. Nelson trying to beat it back, and he does, and gathers the icing as it rounds out. Instead of trying to beat it back, Glomboski, he wanted to go play it, but they'll try it again. Aiden Charon versus Preston Slater. On the drop, it's going to be picked up Scully. Scully with it here, feeds it into the corner. Wasowski trying to go after it, but it's out of reach. He does end up playing it, though. Kept behind. Picked up Barnashoff. Barnashoff looking. Feeds point. On a look, takes a shot. Goes in and out on a stop put on by Nelson. Stopped by Obzera. Slater going in after the puck. Pushed off the play. And here come Metro with it here. Broken up, and he almost, as Nelson tried to stop it there, almost created a chance there. And shut down there by Rakoff, but almost a gift there put on Alessandro Evangelista. Evangelist. Oh, I'm getting that one. Go for it, Mason. Number 8.
Yeah, I think it is Evangelista.
Okay. Don't want to get it wrong. All right, here we go on the pass. Davis pops it out right to center ice. Dumped back in Rakoff. Blocks it in the corner. Bonet trying to pick it up here. Digging in. Orsby working, tying up this guy. It's going to be picked up, however, for a second by the MetroJets. And can't hang on, but almost gets it back. Orsby with it here. Comes back to Bonet, back behind goal line. Drawn in the MetroJets. On the pass, here we go. On a stretch, crossover to Ormsby. Ormsby's got some room. Takes a shot in and out of the glove. Picks up the rebound off the boards. Here he comes, looking up. Oh, he turns, changes it up as Woolington was starting to come in. Woolington's got to come in deep into the corner and pick up the puck. Finfrock holding the line. Picked up by the MetroJets. Finfrock picks it up here, back and forth. It goes into the corner. Played now by the MetroJets, and here they come. Looking for a change. Anderson comes to the bench. Now picked up. Now it's into the hands of Finfrock. Finfrock with it here. Tries to get it through. Provencher. He picks it up, back up. Pass to Pievik. Pievik in the feet, goes through everybody. It goes back for an icing. Scully wins it back. The battle back into the Fort Wayne zone. Face off in the MetroJets defensive zone. Gross versus Stone on the face-off, and it just sips through Davis, and here comes Pievik on the chase. Doesn't beat Davis back, feeds it up along the boards, goes back to the MetroJets. Provencher with it here, he picks up the pass there. Stone over to Majeski, and he dumps it in. Nelson picks up. Trying to get it past Pievik, gets it out into the neutral. It's picked up again into the defensive zone by Fleming. Fleming goes across. Provencher gets it taken away by Volobiev. Volobiev tries to get a shot in, looking for it. He's got it somewhere, and he's got it in the pads. Jacob Obzera on the stop. On a turnover play here by the spaceman. They'll face off on his glove side. On the face-off. Picked up by the MetroJets. Going after it. Picked up Scully. Keeps it into the neutral zone. A lot of might have got caught on a skate there almost and created a chance for a break for Gabe Altman. Hartzell trying to get it up. Scully spoils it. Taylor on the stop here. Now picked up. Back across it goes. Taylor passed it over to Martin. Gets it back. Now he gets it connected over to Hartzell, puts it in, and now it's picked up space from behind goal line, but it's trapped. Picked up Metro. Oh, on the pass, Fournier couldn't hold the line there. It was kind of thrown right into the feet at the bench. Trying to get under his Barnashov. Barnashov still may come out. He cannot get it on the reach. Played. Obzero. And it's in the safety netting and in the stands, and the fans have a souvenir. 13:30 remaining in the first period, tied zeros. Both teams trying to figure out who's what and where. Face off on the MetroJets zone, glove side of Obzera. On the face off, Bonet picks up. Bonet with a shot in the glove and held. Try this again. On the face-off. Nelson tying up his guy. The puck was loose. Bonet holding the line. Now picked up. Oh, and he wished he would have came up on that one. Now he comes back, though, and picks it up. Blum picks up. Tried to connect to Novak. Wolf feeds it on the boards. It's a bouncer. Goes out in the neutral. Fournier picks up the pass there. As he got that from Blum. Getting underneath. Novak throws it down into the Fort Wayne zone. Bonet picks up. Oh, just out of reach. Here's a chance. Goes wide off the boards. On a play, Wolf picks it up. Wolf's tying it up behind. On the bench. Does get it over to Ormsby. Ormsby trying to work it up on the boards. Now picked up Nelson. Nelson with it here. Or Wilson. Back to Wolf. Wolf's going to go off the glass. Bunk on the stop. Wolf slows it down to Davis, who drops it back to Bonet. Oh, and he gets caught on a skate here, on a chance here. Sharon looking up front, trying to feed. Negated shot, stop, loose. The puck is still loose. They're on top of the slot trying to go wide. Or it ended up wide. MetroJets tasting it here. Trying to get it going. Orsby wants to tie it up on the boards. He's hit on the play, and a penalty is coming. Zone interference coming against the spaceman here. Nathan Wolf in the penalty box here. It's 7 minutes and 50 seconds of the first period. We'll take a look at the special teams here as they are taken to the ice. Stone on the draw, wins it back to Pivic. Pivic with a quick shot, broken up by Volobiev. It's still bouncing and spinning. Picked up Stone. Stone gets pushed by Wellington. Now the puck's going to go. There's only 1 point, so he couldn't get it to him. Still held on. Here we go. With a look. Sharon trying to get it going. It's up front. Picked up and not cleared, but cleared out of harm's way. And on the pass goes right through the heel of Stone's stick and goes outside. Now picked up. Played with a pass up the ice. Sharon gets it. Tried to get it into the zone, picked up spaceman, they cleared down ice. 1-2-3 left on the penalty kill for Fort Wayne. Here is the MetroJets behind goal line. On the pass now, bringing it up. Stone goes across. It's still being Pevic working on it. It's going to be turned over. Slater with it here. Slater looks, just dumps it up. Taylor will go in the corner, but Slater's going to chase it out. He's going to beat him, but he can't beat the goaltender because he's with the puck. Jacob Obzera now coming up the ice. Stone's going to try to finish what he started. He's got to go through the three-man D. Gets the shot. It's gloved out of the air and shut down by Glaber Eckhoff. 51 seconds of penalty kill time remain. On the face-off, picked up. Provencher feeds it across. Shot blocked by Scully. Scully clears it out. Jets chase it down into their zone. Now bringing it up the ice. Trying to get it moved, but down goes several players. Majeski picks up. And it's going to be shut down and held into the glove of Glaber Eckhoff. Face-off picked up by the MetroJets. Across over to Provencher. Takes a shot. It's played up on the glass by Eckhoff. Set up again. And it's broken up. On the pass there intended to Blum. He's got to come all the way back to the Jet zone. Wilson putting the pressure on. Provencher picks up. Looks for the pass maybe. Oh, coming out of the pass right at the door as it opened. Back to full strength. Provencher on the keep. Broken up off the stick of Wilson. Picked up Bonet. Bonet now carrying up the ice. Bonet with it here. It's poked. Goes to get it back. It's hit on the boards. Now picked up. Byler's working on it. Byler trying to get a hold of it. Now picked up Bonet. Bonet looking. Tries to throw it into the mix, and it is rejected. Majeski with it here. Goes off the glass. Going to be kept in Bonet. Bonet trying to get a hold of it as Patterson tries to steal it. And they say probably hand pass or what? What's the... Take a look here. Well, he didn't have many options because he batted it down. Could have been taken. Still could have been hand pass. Face off just outside of the defensive zone. Coulter wins it for the MetroJets. Pass connected. Evangelista. Picked up Ormsby. Fallon behind the goal line. Still working it behind the goal line. It is picked up Spaceman. On the carry, Ormsby brings it up over to Finfrock. Finfrock dumps it in the opposite corner. Off the glass it goes. Martin on the pickup here. Jets trying to get it going, and here they got 3-on-2 developing here. Now coming up the ice, going to be Scully on the chop. Evangelista couldn't get a hold of it. Anderson picks up and dumps it in. Scully going back. On a backhand touch by Eckhoff over to Finfrock. Finfrock gets it out into the neutral, but it's going to be picked up and played now by the MetroJets. And Evangelistic's coming up with it, and on a shot, Coulter picks up the puck. On Eckhoff on the stretch out to try to cover, and the MetroJets pick up the first goal, coming in at 9 minutes and 25 seconds of the first period. I believe Alessandro Evangelista on the assist. Face off center ice. Sharon versus Slater. Back into the MetroJets zone. It's going to be picked up and played. And it is going to be Bartashov hanging on to it, going up against Fleming. Comes out of the corner, still hanging on to the puck. It's going to come back, changing it up, coming in with a look. Goes wide on the key, Bonet. The attempt put on by Wallington. Slater trying to grab it, getting it away from Bunk. Bonet hanging on to it. Now picked up. Wellington's going to take a shot, and it's held on. Coming all the way out, Jacob Obzera. Shutting down the attempt of the Spaceman with 7:58 remaining in the first. Slater wins it back. Wellington with a quick shot, sticked into the corner. Taylor trying to feed it up. Fleming trying to get rid of it. Bonet keeps it in this time without a hand pass. And up front, Stone gets the turnover. Here comes an effort here. Pivic tried to get something going. He was poked away. Comes all the way back to Rakoff. Rakoff throws it behind to Bonet. Bonet, pressure from Pivic. Gets the pass across over to Wellington. Wellington on the dump. Goes out of the reach of Obzera. And up front on a freebie, maybe Gross on the reach. Picking it up, trying to get it going. It comes across. Off the hands of Wolf. Comes out front. And the net is off. All right, on the face-off in the MetroJets zone. Stone versus Gross. Picked up Metro. Templeton trying to keep it. It's going to return. Picked up by Scully. Scully's getting pushed around on the play, and Metro's trying to get a hold of it to get something going. Pivic goes right over it. Volobio touches up, gives it up to Gross as he's bringing it up the ice. Gross coming up, drops it over to Gormanoff. Up front! Oh, couldn't get it going. Volobio. Now it comes into the hands of the MetroJets, looking to bring it up. Up the ice it comes, and it is dumped off the boards. Still working on the corner. Gross gets a hold of it, feeds Volobio. Now here we go. Coming up. Hands it in. But taken away was Gormanoff. Now coming up the ice. Outman with it here. Outman trying to slide across the paint, but he's been forced out, and Rakoff on the stop. Kryakov going up against Patterson on the face-off. It's still for the taking. Picked up MetroJets for a second, but now it's going to be the Spaceman here. They come up ice, coming up strong. Going in is Wilson. Wilson with a shot. It's blocked into the shin pads. On the attack here, it's a one-on-one battle as Nelson goes down with Hartzell. Nelson gets underneath, hangs onto it, feeds it off the boards, and just gets it through. Kryakov going down the ice for an icing against the Spaceman. There's no way he can kick in the Jets against the Jets on a pass like that, so good effort. Kryakov on the face-off against Stone, picked up by the Spaceman, wrap it around the boards, picked up Wilson, comes out to Bunk. Bunk goes to play it. It gets in as the pressure came off from Byler. Blum with it now back against Kryakov. Puts on the brakes, taking a look, may go up to Pivic. He tries to, it's soft. He's looking for it, but it's kept in the attacking zone. But MetroJets working to bring it out. Bunk with it here. He's got Pivic in the slot. Trying to come up, but it's spoiled by Wilson. Working to get it going still. Wilson's still working on it. Goes up with a look. Shot just in and out of the stick and no doing. And the net was pushed off. No face-off outside. I think it was on Pivic's attempt there. He'd rather hit the net than the goalie because you know how that always turns out. Armsby on the face-off against Coulter, wins that back to the MetroJets. They feed it on bench side. Pass up the ice to Vysotsky from Benke. Picked up Metro behind goal line. On the pass, a little bit. Poked by Vysotsky going back to Benke. And he's battling there. Up against Varelli. It's tied up still on the boards. I believe Coulter on the feed. Oh, on the keep was Taylor. He had to gather his feet back up, but he did keep it in for a second, but it's not where he wanted it to go. Poked in, a delayed offside, still delayed off. Now picked up Metro as they come out into the neutral zone with it. Preventure throwing it down. Rakoff feeds it, goes almost out of reach of Willington. He's got to hang on to it. Vysotsky tries to pick it up here. And the puck on the attempt on the keep was an attempt put on. Provencher will pick up here. He takes the shot instead of going across. Here we go. Now picked up Bonet with it here. Doing some moves just to hang on to the puck. He's got Vysotsky up. Vysotsky's got to leg it out now on the angle. Provencher there. Bonet takes it away. Now might be taken. Oh, it's now picked up by Metro. Metro on the lop. Willington going after it. Now going up into the slot, trying to get it going. Sharon could not get it in. What a stop. As Rakoff was starting to commit to his left, slid to the right and made the toe save. Now here we go. Bonet bringing it up the ice, trying to get it through. Novak. Metro with it here. Slater putting the pressure on. Nelson with the puck. Nelson on the pass, broken up mid-ice. By Novak, out of reach, now picked up, and here we go on the attempt here, trying to get it in is Nelson. Nelson bringing it in. Nelson looks, he wanted to feed over to Wilson. Nelson still with it. It's getting tied up. Comes around to Wilson. Wilson with it, comes into the corner with it. Pushed off the play. Sticks are tied up, the puck's now going to be Metro. Here comes Metro up the ice, starting on a 3-on-2 coming up. And the puck was put on early on the boards, picked up, wanted to feed up, maybe up the slot, but was tied up. And the puck comes way out. Just goes off sides, trying to hang on to it. Had a nice play set up for Metro, just ran out of room. On the pass, off the boards. Blum will chase it out, and he has it behind goal line. Davis with the pressure. Gormanoff on the intercept. See if he can take her here. Blum feeds it back around. Outman looking. Hey, it comes to him. Almost, he outskated it. Scully trying to dump it in off the stick of Patterson, which broke. Outman with it here on a shot, a flipper save, picked up by Gross. Here comes Gross now up the ice. He's got some help. 3-on-3 set up. On the pass, getting it over to Gormanoff. Gormanoff with it here. Gormanoff fans on it. Tempton on the keep. It's in the middle of a low bit with a shot. Goes wide on the keep. Templeton's got to leg it out. He's got to get some backup here. Outman does get it pushed out. Willington comes across to pick it up against Hartzell. Now it's going to be turned over on another point-blank attempt, and they score. So picked up there by Metro, and they get it in. Stone picks up goal number 2 for the MetroJets against the Spacemen unanswered. Ladd coming in at 8 minutes and 9 seconds. 18 minutes and 9 seconds of the first period. Jackson Stone's goal. We'll have to wait for the assists. Barnashoff replaces Slater. Center ice. Pivic gets a hold of it and puts it into the zone. On the pass, off the skate, deflected. Now it goes down. Fournier will pick up, or actually Provencher will pick up here. And he's going to carry. And it's turned over. Barnashoff. Barnashoff picks up. Barnashoff with a shot off the pads. Might have had a little stoppage there, but he still managed to get it on. Pivic over to Stone. Stone coming down the ice strong. Lops it in. It's a bouncer. It's going to be played by Rakoff. Wolf. Pivic. Wolf with it. Trying to get rid of it. Barnashoff has to split through the defense there. The puck got through. Now he's putting the pressure on to Taylor. Provencher with it here. Here's Provencher. Provencher puts it on target in the glove of Rakoff, and he holds on to it. as Majeski was in the area. One minute and 2 seconds left here in the first period. 2-0 the MetroJets face off in the Fort Wayne zone. Stick side of Gleb Rekoff. On the face-off, Coulter wins it. Fournier with a shot. It's tipped by the stick of Nelson. Coulter trying to hang on to it. Metro with it, back it goes. Trying to feed on a stop, and it's loose, and it's covered by Rekoff as it hopped out of the chest protector there. And a good shutdown play with one shift remaining on the ice. 46.4 seconds left. Face-off's going to be Rekoff's glove side. Kreikoff on the bench. Ormsby in his spot. And on the face-off, picked up spaceman. Scully with it here. Sees the pass. Broken up, and Byler might be able to get to it. He's got to leg it out in the corner. Does get pressure put on. Pops out. Provinger with a look. Give it to Lester. And it is going to be picked up with 25 seconds. And played by Metro. Fournier just dumps it in. Off the boards. It's a bouncer. Templeton with it here. Templeton trying to get it out. Metro's all loaded up on bench side on the boards here. Spoiling the effort here. Eating the clock, and that will do it for this period here as they take the last second shot across the bow, and no doing, but it's all MetroJets here in the first period. Kind of what we saw in the MetroJets Elite game against the Spacemen. They pick up a lone goal in the first period and controlled the game from there on out. But the MetroJets come out and picked up the two that the whole team effort for the Elite game. They did that here in the first. So they are in control of this period here. And let's see what the Spacemen have in answer as they go back into the locker room and figure this one out. What were the shots, did you hear? We will get that when we come back. All right, you're watching Fort Wayne Spacemen here on Fort Wayne on Black Bear TV, brought to you by Summit City Sports. We'll be right back. All right, here we are back in Fort Wayne. Getting ready for second period action here. On the goals scored all Metro in the first. At 11:25, Owen Coulter picks up his second goal on the season. Puts the MetroJets up 1-0. Assisted on the goal was Alessandro Evangelista with his third assist, and Tyler Fleming his seventh on the season so far. And then it was Jackson Stone who picked up his seventh goal on the season in 18 minutes and 9 seconds of the first period to put up the MetroJets 2-0 over the Fort Wayne Spacemen. 15-8 on shots in favor of Metro. So we are getting ready for action here. 20 minutes on the clock. Fresh sheet of ice, ready for second period. And we have action. Slater versus Stone comes back to Scully for the Spaceman. And it comes back into the Fort Wayne zone. Barnashoff working on it as he picked the pass up from Wellington. Visosky trying to tie up. Now working, Pivic trying to get it away. Now Pivic into the corner. It's underneath him, he's with it for a second. Kept by Slater, Slater feeds it back, but it's turned over by Pivic. Scully with a shot. Off the boards, round it comes. And it's going to be picked up on a pass from Stone. Trying to connect to Pivic, just slips out into the neutral zone. And the pass back to Wellington, back in the Fort Wayne zone, up to Barnachoff. Barnachoff with it here. Barney bringing the puck up. Here we go. Barnachoff coming in. He goes in the slot. Gets it over to Visosky with a shot. Goes wide. Wellington on the keep. Wellington with a shot off the skates and hopped over the net, I believe, of Stone. Feeding it over to Visosky with a shot. And it's loose as it came out. And a penalty coming. So Fournier heading into the penalty box. Enrique Fournier is now a tenant in the Spaceman penalty, Fort Wayne penalty box. The Spaceman are going to try to let him out of that lease early with a man advantage here. Face-off glove side of Obzera. On the drop, picked up by Metro. They launch it. Wellington going to pick it up. Getting some pressure here. Still hanging on to it. Ormsby on the pickup. Gets caught in the linesman and it stalls in the neutral zone, but now it's back into the Fort Wayne defensive zone. Gorbunoff picks it up back. Still a minute 30 on man advantage. Gorbunoff bringing it up. Passes it essentially to himself. In and out of the stick of Volobiev. Back to Gorbunoff. Has to pick it up in the neutral zone. Goes across. Well, tried to. Patterson spoils it here. Rakoff with it. Feeds it up on the boards. Picked up Wilson. Wilson with it here. Wilson tries to get it up to Ormsby. Patterson picks up. Back to Wilson. Here comes Wilson now. Wilson. Slater. Slater on the backhand tries to put it in the zone, but it's turned over. Played by Taylor. Now Rakoff with it. Rakoff feeds it off the boards. Pushed out of the attacking zone, back. Catches the feet of Slater to Gross. Gross up to Slater. Trying to push it through to Gorbunoff. Gorbunoff with it here. Getting some pressure from Chara. Visosky picks it up. Visosky trying to feed up front, and he does. And they score. Fort Wayne Spaceman goal. Couldn't really see it from this angle, but they just might have found the pipes there and pushed it in. Leading the way is Robert Gross. And the Spacemen cut the lead in half at 2 minutes and 48 seconds. It's a power play goal. On face-off, center ice, going to be picked up by the MetroJets, and they dump it in. Robert Gross, 4th goal on the season, assisted by Bogdan Vysotsky, his 7th assist, and even Yvonne Barnashop's 14th. Martin picks up, going across, taking a shot, blocked by Wellington. The puck's there, and now dug out. Here we come, up the ice. Krikoff with it here. Krikoff pokes it in, gets past Martin, picks it up out of the corner. Coulter picks up, and a penalty now coming. Maybe, or no, the net's off. We will take face off. It's going to be on the glove side of Obzera. Picked up Metro. Wrap it off the glass. Scully picks it up in the feet, hangs on to it. Metro picks it up right in front of the spaceman bench, feeding it off the boards on the turnover. Monet feeds it up to Barnashov. Down it goes. Martin chasing it out. Gets the puck there from Obzera. Kept in. It's going wide, but it's sticked into the corner by Obzera. Trying to work it back to keep it in was Barnashov. Vysotsky looking. Vysotsky still with the puck. With the shot, goes wide. Stick on the ice. Vysotsky working to hang on to it. He's pushed off the play, still working. The puck's loose, goes around. Martin's going to chase it out as well. Kept in with a shot, goes wide off the boards. Vysotsky with a look, and he couldn't put much on it. Evangelista with it. Turned over Barnashov, over to Bonet. Bonet with it. Up to Barnashov. Martin with it here. Pushed away. Gross going down the ice. It's a breakaway here. Gross taking a look. Over to Barnashov with a shot. It goes wide. Now to give to Gross. Gross trying to feed it. The puck's in the paint for a minute. Scully on the keep. Scully feeds it into the corner. Grabbed out of the air is Gross. Gross on the backhand. Try to create a play there. Now it's picked up and lopped down. Coming in strong with the shot, and it's blockered up into the corner. Garmanoff with it here. He gets through. Gets tied up with his own guy, but picks it up now. Volobyov with it. Gets tripped on the play, and another power play coming for the spaceman here. So Volobyov was making a good effort on the attack there and gets tripped on the play. Fournier in the box. Enrique Fournier heading in the box again. They let him out of his lease earlier, and let's see if they can do it again. Face-off stick side of Obzera in the Jets zone. Slater versus Majeski. Maybe. He comes out. All right, so on the face-off, going to be picked up and by Bonet. Bonet keeping it on the boards. It's going to be picked up Gross. Gross back to Bonet. Bonet to Gross. Gross has to catch it in the heel. Loses it. And it's going to be picked up and cleared out by Majeski. Rakoff waiting on it. Slater picks up. Over to Barnashov. Barnashov gets through. Vysotsky on the poke there, almost turned it over. Slater keeps it in. And here comes the MetroJets. Turned over Bonet. Bonet gets in as Barnashov just got off. Bonet wraps it around the corner. Comes up to Vysotsky. Vysotsky with it here. Feeding it back, but it goes through. Cleared down ice. Rakoff plays it on the stick. Feeds it to Gross. Jets making some changes here. Robert Gross coming up the ice. Here he comes up. Loses the puck. Outman gets a hold of him and couldn't get rid of it. Bonet with it here. Bonet's going to come in. Gets through in the slots. Getting tied up and he's trying to work it. Good stop by Obzera. Still kept. Bonet picks it up here. Tied up on the boards. Turned over Metro. Trying to get rid of Wellington. Trying to keep, and he feeds it. And here comes a break coming for Outman. Outman's going to come up. Just get it tied up in the corner. 35 seconds on the penalty kill for the MetroJets. digging it out. Spaceman here with it now. Gormanoff coming up the ice. Gormanoff feeds it across. Pass blocked. Wellington keeps it alive to Ormsby. Ormsby looking for it in the feet, trying to get it going here. It's going to be picked up. Ormsby still trying to get a hold of it. Taylor going after it here. Taylor's going to try to feed it up, but Spaceman get under it. A little bit of Wellington just puts it in on target, but it's broken up. He's going to leg it out up against Outman. Outman grabs it in the glove, and he's tied up. Rakoff on the poke. And a penalty coming up against the Spaceman on the hold. With 3 seconds remaining on the Metro penalty. So 4-on-4 for 3 seconds. So Rex Wellington in the penalty box here. So 4-on-4 for 3. Face off. Rakoff's stick side. On the face off. Going to be picked up by the Spaceman coming down ice. Byler coming all the way. Puts on the brakes. Still has the puck for a second here. He's still got it, but it's going to now be picked up by MetroJets. And let's see what they can do now. They're on the power play. Byler trying to spoil. Picked up now, brought in. Stone trying to get going. Now it's picked up, not clear. Taylor on the keep. Taylor feeds across. Goes back. Gombowski over to Taylor, or Pievik. Shot trying to use the back door. Gombowski now picked up Pievik. Pievik with it here, back to him. Back around it goes. Stone will pick up. Stone with the puck, feeding it back. Taylor with a look. On a one-timer. Pievik couldn't connect. Scully's going to tie him on the boards, taking the hit. Puck does come loose. Majeski back to Taylor. Taylor with it here. Taylor goes across. And with a shot, and it's blocked. And Nelson's filling that one as he's heading back to the bench. He ate it in the foot. Taylor picks up the ice, but it's going to be broken up by Barnershoff. Picked up Gross off the Boloski's stick. Now here they come. Majeski with it. Wraps it around. Rakoff chases it, try to stop it. Wolf going in and try to poke it. Up front, and they find underneath. Sitting up front, right in the slot on top of the crease. Gombowski picks up goal number 3. So they maintain their 2-goal lead. So Ryan Gombowski gets his 6th on the season. Sutton Majeski's 4th assist. Ryder Novak's his 3rd assist. Puts the MetroJets up 3-1 so far. On the faceoff, Wellington wins it back, had to gather back up. Gets through Davis. Now Templeton coming after it. Working along the boards, trying to get it out. Wellington versus Hartzell got it out into the neutral. Wellington picks it up. Gets the pass across. Now Kriakoff to Davis. Davis loses it. And it's pushed up ice. Hartzell gets that from Blum. Now back chasing it out is Wellington. Wellington with it. Templeton on the pickup. Just sips it out. Turned over Blum. Feeds it across. Novak trying to get it in. Templeton there spoiling it right near the bench for the MetroJets. Still puck's going to be tied up. Picked up and played by the MetroJets. Turned over. Spaceman here with it. Wellington on the pass to Davis. Davis trying to get it through. Tied up with Blum. Blum gets into the backhand. Passes Hartzell with it here. Now Hartzell's coming up. Gets past Templeton. Trying to get it going. A pad save on a rebound effort. Still loose. It's still loose. And it goes out onto the boards behind. Wellington's picking it up. And he's tying it up on the boards. Now picked up. Rakoff sticks down. Now he'll get it back. Templeton on the pass to Davis. Going into the corner against Martin. Now it's picked up. Metro with it here. Metro bringing it up. Provencher carrying. Dumps it in. Rakoff feeds it. As he had some heat. Martin on the keep. Over to Provencher. Provencher on a block shot. Hits the safety netting there off someone's skate there. Might have been Slater's. And we're near the halfway mark here in the second period. Slater versus Coulter, glove side of Rakoff in the Fort Wayne zone. On the face-off, Martin with a look, takes a shot. It's blockered, but it goes straight up. Grabbed out of the air, Ormsby. Trying to get it out was Barnashoff. Martin on the keep, still working. Barnashoff takes it, feeds it back to Scully. Scully on the skate here. Now it's picked up, played. Oh, tried to get it behind. Barnashoff picks it up. Barnashoff out front. Almost brought it out front as he went down. Slater with it here. Slater feeds it back around. Barnashoff now with the puck. Gets the pass. Delayed penalty coming up against Metro. Already on the bench is Rakoff. Still in the Fort Wayne zone. On the stretch. Oh, and it goes out of play. Gross picks up and feeds it on the bench of the MetroJets as they did get the extra man on the ice. Fournier looked like he was just going to default into the penalty box. He was standing by the door, but Alessandro Evangelista in the penalty box. See if the spaceman can have man advantage here for the full 2 minutes or less. Or if they stay out of the box himself. Gormanoff out of reach. Pushes out in front of it, going up against Outman. Picked up by Wilson. Wilson with it here. Looking for the give and go. Ormsby with it here. Ormsby feeds it. Voloboyev. Bonet's got a lane. Goes across over to Gormanoff. Gormanoff goes across with a shot. And it's held on. Voloboyev on the attempt there. And Evangelista in the box for the tripping call. Spaceman on the attack here. A little face-off glove side of Obzera. Charon on the face-off versus Slater. Picked up Metro for a second as Barnes there. Bonet gets the pass. Bonet trying to get a shot. It's high. Going to be turned over, and it's maybe say hand pass. Stick side of Jacob Obzera in the MetroJets zone. Still a minute 29 of man advantage for the spaceman. Slater versus Novak on the draw. Puck's underneath. Picked up by Gross. Gross go back to Bonet. Connects over to Barnashoff, over to Robert Gross. Gross trying to get it going, but the puck's taken away. Now skating up the ice. Barnashoff gets a hold of it up against Provencher. Barnashoff feeds it back to Bonet. Bonet here now with it. He's going to carry up. He goes in. Has to hang on to it. He's double teamed. Back into the corner. Visosky tries to pick it up. He throws it back into the other corner. Now launched up the ice. Bounces out of the door. Change going for the MetroJets. They didn't chase it out. Bonet with it here. 50 seconds on the power play for Fort Wayne. Bonet feeds it. Catches the skate of Barnashoff, but he recovers. Barnashoff's got some room, comes in, tries to bring it all the way in. The puck's saved, comes out, picked up Metro. Metro launches it back down the ice. Slater will chase it out. Rakoff picks it up, puts it into the corner. It's right in the rails. And now here's a chance. Patterson tried to get a hold of it. Wilson grabs it. Wilson feeding it. Almost connected to Gross. Going to be now picked up. Fournier throws it around. Goes back into the Fort Wayne zone. Bounces out slowly to Rakoff. Here we come up the ice now, bringing it up. Wellington goes across. Over to Ormsby, back into the corner. Wellington got to chase it out, loose stick on the ice. Picked up, not cleared, kept in the feet, fed over to Gorbanov from Voloboyev. Voloboyev gets it back to full strength. Voloboyev with a shot. It's out front for the taking. Voloboyev trying to work it. Now it's going to be picked up, not cleared. Metro still trying to get it out. Fort Wayne keeps it in. Voloboyev going after it against, looks like Bunk. Up front. And now it's going to be kept by Wilson. Wellington wanted that shot, but he was a little bit out of range to pick it up. Still working in the corner. Gormanoff picks up. Gormanoff trying to spin through. Glembowski there touches it back. Monk on the chase, back into the corner it goes. Changes direction. On the stretch pass, coming up. Glembowski shut down by Nelson, who read it. Fournier trying to get it out. Gets it into the neutral zone. Gormanoff working along with it. Ormsby feeds it back to Willington. Willington with it in the Fort Wayne zone. Right in front of the bench of the Metro. It turns over to Fournier as he picks up back into the Metro zone. Connections to Glembowski. Glembowski with it off the boards. Pivic looking for it. Pivic's pushed off of it. Getting it out. Voloboyev. Pivic turns it right back over. On a hit here. Voloboyev almost had a piece of it to get it going. Glembowski with it here. Glembowski with a shot. Oh, it comes off the pad slow. Still hanging on to it. Block shot from Martin. Bringing it up. Oh, they just, Ormsby puts a slow-mo in. Pivic picks up a pass there from Obzera. Glembowski drops to Pivic. Pivic with a shot. It was going to go wide, but it's blocker on the boards. Kept in by Jets for a second. Davis picks up now, and he touches up. Gives it over to Kryakov. Kryakov with it here. Kryakov hanging on. Looks, takes a shot, clinks the pipes. And they pop it in. Spaceman score! Kryakov put it on the pipes. Looks like Davis picks up the rebound and finds the opening. They bring it within one again. And that at 14 minutes and 23 seconds of the second period. Face off, center ice. Coulter versus Slater on the puck drop. It's still for the taking. It's going to be picked up Scully. Scully's trying to connect to Visocki. Does get it into the zone. Dylan Davis. Finfrock and Kryakov. Fleming loses the puck. Visocki's going to chase after it. Feeds it back into the corner. Slater with it here. Slater hanging on to it, trying to get something. He's double teamed. Comes out. And a stop put on. Got scary. You can hear everybody hold their breath, but not Jacob Obzera. He knew he had that one. So Dylan Davis's third goal on the season. Tyson Finfrock's third assist, and Alex Kryakov's third assist as well. On the puck drop, it's going to be picked up. Metro trying to clear it out. Wolf will keep it. Trying to feed it back to Gormanoff. Gets out. Wolf will pick back up, go over. Turned over. Outman. Bonet worth it here. Bonet trying to get it. It was in the feet. Now picked up from Volobiov over to Gormanoff. Gormanoff takes a shot. It's out loose. Picked up, cleared by the MetroJets. Hartzell trying to get rid of it here. Now picked up and played. Kept in with a shot off the boards. Gross picks up, tries to, and he is stopped on the play. Metro with it here. Bonet stops it in the neutral zone. Puts it back in on delayed offside. Played by Obzera. Gross comes out, picks it up, tries to, and he's hammered off the play there by Blum. Metro looking. Try to push it out. Bonet tried to stop it in, but it bounced over. He has it, though, in the neutral zone. He backhands it into the zone. Off the boards. Change for the spaceman. Jets pick up. On the pass. Hartzell on the connect from Fournier. Turned over by Wilson. Wilson going after Fournier in the corner. Ties him up. The puck was loose for Hartzell to pick up. Here comes Hartzell now up the ice. He's got some help. Martin may take over. He's taken off the play by Nelson. Nelson, it's still kept in the zone. Picked up. Fed into the corner by Outman. Now looking up ice. Ormsby gets a hold of it. Trying to get it through Bunk. Up against Martin. Martin on the backhand throws it in the corner. Pivic there. But spacemen get there sooner. Byler working along in the corner here. Pivic comes out with it. But not so easy. Kept in by Nelson. Obzera slows it down. Looking up, stretched pass, but broken up Wollington. Turns it over to Martin. Martin with it here now, coming up through the neutral zone. Now into the corner it will go. Pivic going after it. Against Willington, comes across the crease, picked up. Drop back, Monk feeds. And Davis picks it up. Hangs on to it through Pivic. Comes across to Willington, but hops over. Trying to get it going here. And it's going to be kept in with a shot. And in the glove is Pivic trying to set screen or spoil the effort of Rakoff, but he stayed with it. He didn't have any room to snag that out of the air, and yet he did. .244 remaining in the second period. 2-3, MetroJets. Slater versus Charon on the face-off. And it's broken up on the keep attempt there, put on by Provencher. Now coming out to Vysotsky. Vysotsky got it taken away by Taylor. Ends up on the MetroJets bench. And we'll see a face-off outside of the attacking zone for Metro. Slater versus Charon. Picked up by Metro. Taylor pushes it on the boards. Picked up by Scully. Michael Scully with it. Now turns over. Templeton picks up. Templeton looks. Gets through. On the pass over to Scully. Up to Barnashoff. Gets in. Played by Obzera. Kept in by Slater on the backhand. Feed over to Vysotsky. Vysotsky working in the corner. Picked up Slater. Slater behind goal line. Trying to stuff it in. Still working it. Barnashoff going after it here. Gets a hold of it. Now kept in by Scully. Goes into the corner. Picked up by Metro. Coming up with some momentum here. Scully picks up the pass. Over to Gross. Gross to Barnashoff. Barnashoff is taken off the play. Trying to get it taken away. And it goes back for a no ice. Templeton will pick it up for Fort Wayne back. Metro with it for a second with a chance here. Barnashoff picks up. Goes up against Charon. Templeton coming in to try to spoil ups. Metro with it now, feeding point. May come across to Blum. No, it's a shot instead. On a hop in the air was Rakoff. Another look. And on the pass on the spin goes outside from Taylor to Blum. Blum with it here. Blum off the boards, taken away by Gross. Borelli trying to stop him there. Gross gets it into the zone. Obzera on the stop. Now it's picked up by Fournier. Fournier with it here. Fournier connects. Evangelista on a pass. Oh, it was there for the taking. Coulter had to pick it up maybe on the backhand and couldn't get squared on it. Voloboyev with it here. Voloboyev trying to get it in. Still has it. Coming all the way across. Wants to come in and try to stuff it in. Still has the puck. Feeds it up front. Gorman with a shot and he scores! Fort Wayne spaceman goal number 17, Mikhail Gorbanov comes in and puts the tying goal in from all that work done there by Nikita Voloboyev. That was a Russian-Ukraine goal, folks. With 39.4 seconds left. Face-off center ice, going to be picked up and played by Metro. Bunk with it here, puts it in, comes out front, Rakoff pokes it out. Shot and a save, comes off. Here come the spacemen up the ice. Still got some time left here to try to get the one-upper lopped in. Martin will pick it up. Martin sends it around. Wollington on the keep. Wollington's going to look. Takes a shot into the mess, but it's shut down by Obzera. .8 seconds on the scoreboard. Tied up threes. Face off in the MetroJets zone. All right, here we go. Majeski versus Ormsby. Majeski comes out with it. Gets the pass across. Nelson trying to come out, spoil an attempt. Up front, stopped. Picked up now, just a few seconds remaining here. On the pass with Wilson couldn't fire off a shot, and that will do it as Taylor and Wilson were going after the puck there in the end. But we are tied at threes here going into the third period, and boy, what a game it was so far. So second period, Spacemen come out and reel this game back in, pick up 3-1 over the MetroJets. So each team has picked up a period, but it's the third period that usually decides it. And we'll see what happens in that. So we'll be right back for third period action. You're watching Fort Wayne Spaceman Hockey on Black Bear, brought to you by Summit City Sports. We'll be right back. All right, here we are back in Fort Wayne getting ready for third period. A lot of action in that period. Still 15-8 on shots favor of the MetroJets. With a period total of 30 for the Jets and 16 for the Spacemen, or for a game total so far. Goals scored in the second period. It was Robert Gross who opened up at 2:48. Picked up his 4th on the season. Bogdan Vysotsky's 7th assist, as well as Ivan Barnashov's 14th assist. And then Ryan Glombowski said, "You're not going to get anything on us." He gets a power play goal, his 6th on the season. Sutton Majeski's 4th assist and Ryder Novik's 3rd assist. But it was Dylan Davis. That was at 8:23. Dylan Davis came and popped one in. His 3rd on the season. Tyson Finfrock's 3rd assist. Alex Kuryakov's 3rd assist. But then it was the tying goal put on by Mikhail Gorbanov, his 7th on the season. And he had some help there from Nikita Voloboyov, his 9th assist, and that's where we sit, tied 3-3 with third period action about to start. So, Mason, what do you think the third period will bring us?
Oh, it's going to be very, very exciting. You know, Spacemen, build your momentum off of what you did in that second period. That was probably the best period you can do. You tied the game up. You know, they did not give up. Even being down 3-1, they still kept on going at it until the horn sounded. And, you know, the Jets, you got to kill this momentum right now. You can't be allowing Spacemen, because this game could turn lopsided real fast. So you have to really kill this momentum from the Spacemen here. And hopefully you can get a couple goals here, or, you know, if we stay tied, you know, go to OT, you know, try to kill that there.
Well, both teams have taken to the ice. Got some last-minute instructions in the locker room. And see how it translates on the ice here. Be pretty exciting to see here if you're watching at home. It's a nail-biter now that it's a tied-up game, so it's a reset. All right, getting ready here. 20 minutes on the clock, fresh sheet of ice, third period action about to begin. Slater versus Stone, center ice. On the face-off, it's going to be picked up. Pievik puts it into the Fort Wayne zone, stopped by Rakoff. Over to Scully. Scully now with the puck. Brought up now by Slater. Slater here. Slater coming in. Slater feeds it, and it's turned over by Stone. Scully on the keep, but he hits a shin pad, and here comes the effort. Shot is high. Majestic tried to get it going. Across, Majestic going to get a second chance. This one here goes up into the safety netting and is blocked by Barnashoff on the reach. Charn versus Gross on the face-off, glove side of Rakoff. The puck's still there with a shot high. Picked up by Metro. When they trying to get it out, Bunk on the keep. Now it's going to be a race up along the boards. Voloboyev go over against Fleming. Fleming with it here. Fleming retreats, drops it back to Bunk. Bunk on the pass. Gets turned over to Gross. Gross feeds Voloboyev. Goes in and out of his stick. He's going to hang on to it. He's going to go in the corner, or at least near the corner with Fleming. Picked up. Maybe. There's Gorbanov trying to work with Voloboyev. Now picked up Bunk. Bunk will feed. Well, he turns over to Gross. And now it's over to Gorbanov. Goes across over to Wolf. Wolf keeps it in. Feeds it. Gross trying to feed off of that. Bringing the puck up. It is going to be a slow pass. See if Charn or Novak gets it. But they're working on it here. Gets into the Fort Wayne zone. Goes back. Wolf trying to spoil it. Puck goes and hops up. Picked up Gross. Robert Gross coming up the ice with Gorbanov. He dumps it in on a change for the Spaceman. On the pickup here by the MetroJets on a blown out. Oh, almost turned over Ormsby. Wallington with it here. Feeds it off the boards. Byler going after it. Hartzell loses it. As Wilson gets underneath. Comes around, Nelson's gonna go up to it. Ormsby back in his spot. Picked up Ormsby with a shot, and it's blocked by Outman. He didn't see it at first, but here we are. Held on by Metro. Provincial trying to get it out. And it goes down into the Fort Wayne zone for a no ice. Nelson going back after it. Going against Charon. Now bringing it up. Here we go. On the pass, connected. Picked up Wilson. Byler with it here with a shot. Goes wide behind. Wellington on the pickup here. He's tied up in the corner now. He's going to come out. On the hit. Hartzell's holding it along the boards, now digging it out. Now here come Metro. Trying to spoil it, hanging on to it. Scully there with the stop there on Rakoff as Martin came down strong. Essentially alone. Scully was there to make sure he didn't pick up anything or make a collision with Rakoff. Good stop. Face-off's going to be picked up by Barnachoff. Ivan Barnachoff coming up the ice. Got over to Vysotsky. Vysotsky going to backhand, tries to feed Barnachoff. Stick save put on by Obzera. On the keep, Scully puts it on target. Played by Obzera. Grabbing it, hanging on to it. Evangelista. Borelli goes in and out of a stick. Slater chasing out after it up against Bunk. And now Slater feeding it through. Evangelista tries to connect to Varelli. Down in the corner. And icing as Templeton sold the icing call. Face off down in the MetroJets zone. Spaceman will elect to go stick side. Kriakov versus Coulter on the face-off. It's going to be picked up Metro. It's going to be kept in by Wolf. Trying to feed it through. Kriakov working. And here come Metro. Jets put it on target. Sticked into the corner by Rakoff. Now picked up by Bonet. Bonet with it here. Feeds it back around to Wolf, but it's going to be spoiled for a second. Bonet with it here. Trying to get it tied up. Finfrock with it now. Here comes Finfrock. Feeds it up. Davis got to try to chase it out, going into the corner against Taylor. The puck's loose, picked up. Spaceman feed point, just coming in off the bench with a shot. And it just goes around. On the attempt there. Put in by Nelson. Bonet chases back with Taylor. Taylor's going to go back to his spot. No. Breaking up here on a backhanded effort, goes wide from Majeski. Trying to get it going. Davis with it here. Or at least the pressure in possession by Metro, and they keep it in on point. Pivic with it up front, splits the D, and they have to go back to pick it up. Obzera looks, feeds it up, tried to connect to Stone. And waved off the icing. Rakoff with it, feeds it into the corner. Pivic trying to go after it. Picked up. Robinoff working on it. Gross trying to feed it out. And here comes a chance from Stone. Goes into the corner on the stop of Rakoff. Provencher trying to keep. Didn't know which direction the pass was going to go. Here comes Volobiev. Volobiev coming all the way in. Waits on the pass, trying to go on the shot. Oh, just goes wide on the open net. As Obzera came out to play, Scully trying to feed it into that mess now. It's into the corner now. Trying to work it out. Picked up. Gorbanov. Metro with it here. Pivic feeds it. Picked up Scully on Wellington. Stopped there on Pivic's attempt. Scully feeds it back. Wellington on the stretch, comes off the boards and going up the ice, and it'll be an icing against the Spaceman. Face-off back into the Fort Wayne zone. Face-off will be on the stick side of Gleb Revick. Or Rakoff. Charn versus Gross on the faceoff. Willington picks up, feeds it around. Picked up Barnashaw. Oh, it just gets through. Here's a chance. Gross puts body on. The shot comes off. Marikov. Picked up Voloboyev. Tries to connect there to Gorbanov. Comes all the way down. Played by Fleming to Bunk. Bunk. Try to feed it. Comes back. Charn gets it from Gombowski. He's going to take a shot. And it's broken up. Scully with it here. Here comes Scully up the ice on the green light. Takes a shot in the glove, and it's going to be held in the hands of Jacob Obzera. On the face-off, it's going to be Blum try to pick up here, but it's going to be Metros that get it out of the zone, picked up by Bonet. Bonet going, as Patterson goes down, Bonet with a shot, and it comes out, and it's covered as Ormsby is in the area. On the international effort of goaltending with Gleb Rykov from Kazakhstan and Jacob Obzera from Slovakia. On the face-off here, he picked up with a shot off the pads. Comes back out. Spaceman out with the Barnashaw. Trying to stuff it in the corner. He's pushed off the play. Slater feeds it back with a shot blocked. Bonet with a shot. Gets through, but it goes up into the safety netting and might have had a little help there as Martin and Barnashaw are tied up there. Obzera without a stick. Now he's fully equipped. Jackson Stone up against Preston Slater. Glove side of Obzera. Wasowski picks up, feeds, and it's going to be Nelson spoils the pass there. Was heading to Pievik, now bringing it in. Wellington bumped off the play, picked up by Taylor. Taylor with it here. Taylor will try to get it out. Kept in by Barnashaw. Barnashaw going after it. It's underneath. He's tied up on the boards. Wasowski feeds up to Slater. Slater had no room, but he tried to get something going there, and he's tied up with Taylor. Still working on it. Picked up, and Pievik gets it out. Nelson with it here. Gets pressure from Stone. Majeski sits in front. A hit to Voloboyev as it is tied up with Taylor underneath. As Voloboyev is looking for it. He was going on a change, or it just came out. Can't remember which. All right. Jets with it here. Feeding up the point. Fournier with it here. Fournier with a shot. He wants that back, but it's a spin move, and it almost benefited Metro. Stopped by Rykov on the put in there by Jackson Stone. Patterson versus Gross. Rykov's glove side. Picked up by Wolf. Wolf with it here. Feeds it back. Voloboyev with it here. Voloboyev feeds it up just out of the reach. Fournier's going after, but out of the reach of Gross. Coming back, and it'd be an icing against the spaceman. Gross was putting the pressure on, drew the defense back hard. On the face-off, it is going to be Metro's trying to pick it up here. Spaceman staying underneath. Monet puts the hit on and draws a penalty against the spaceman here. On an interference call. It's not something you want to give up, but you still got a lot of time on the clock here and see if the spaceman can stay with momentum here. If they get a PK on this, with the way these teams have evenly matched up in the second period and made this a game again, one little advantage could be what it takes. Majeski versus Slater on the face-off. Sean going after it. It's tied up on the boards for a second by Scully. Now it's going to pop out. Pivic may pick up. Nope, shot instead. Picked up, trying to get it going. Attempt put in there by Majeski. Or Taylor. Pivic with it, feeds the corner. Sent around by Glombowski. Picked up Majeski. Majeski with it, feeds it back to Taylor. Taylor goes across, over to Pivic. Pivic waits on the board, takes a shot. Picked up Sharon for a second. Wellington there trying to get it away. Now it's going to be underneath. Varnashov almost getting it. Comes across. Majeski's going to reset. Shot block. Trying to feed it. Picked up. Pivic on the keep. He picks it up. He's going to come in with a shot. And he scores. Yeah, they let Pivic in there. And it was a power play goal. That coming in at 8 minutes and 53 seconds. I think he picked that up from Taylor. We'll have to see. And it was. Pivic's 10th goal on the season and Taylor's 15th assist. Face off center ice. Still working on it. Picked up. Each team's had a chance to pick up the puck. Borelli dumps it in. Wolf picks up. Wolf hanging on to it in the corner. Comes out. Picked up Nelson. Nelson with it here. Nelson up to Davis, but it's spoiled by Bunk. Bunk coming in, trying to get something going here. Ormsby's trying to spoil that. And a hand pass call. Face off, Coulter versus Ormsby. Davis had it for a second. Nelson picks up and wraps it around. Wilson going after it. The puck hops up in the air. We'll take a face off now, glove side of Rakoff. Face off, Metro. Bunk. Shot, padded to the face-off circle. Bunk's going to try to do it again. This time it was going to go high, and it's snagged out of the air by Gleb Rakoff. 24 seconds. Still on the clock there, but they never took it off for the penalty kill there. Face off, picked up Metro. Fournier keeping it in. Popped up by Voloboyev, going up against Fournier, going down the ice. Martin going in to help Voloboyev, picks it up. Voloboyev's pushed off the play. And here they come up the ice strong, trying to get going here. Metro trying to get another one. Picked up Gorbanov, feeding it over. Over to Gross. Gross gets back. Hangs onto the puck, gets it in, but now picked up, trying to get going again. Coulter trying to pick up the pass there. Could not pick it up. Gross reaches back in his back pocket to pick this up. Gorbanov going after it here. Back into the zone, Scully will pick up. Scully feeds it. Provencher picks up. Back to Taylor to Provencher. Provencher with it here. Goes in and out of the stick of Outman. Templeton will pick this up here back. Picks up from Majeski. Templeton now on goal line, feeds it up, and here we go. Gormanoff over, goes over to Voloboyev, going up against Fournier, hit off the play, still working with the puck in the corner, sliding around, the puck's loose, picked up momentarily by Voloboyev. Kryakov with it here, gets over to Barnashoff with it here, back to Voloboyev, goes up front, and it's into the safety netting on the clear there. The attempt by Stone, see a face-off in the attacking zone. Kryakov versus Stone on the face-off, glove side of Zera. Bonet with a shot, goes wide. Majeski going after it to try to Olay it out. It's going to be kept in. Wolf working right in front of the Jets bench. And launched out again. Bonet going up against Pivic. Bonet hanging on to it, pushed off the play. Pivic's tying him up. Vysotsky with it here. Vysotsky off the boards. Kryakov trying to get it. Gets through. Bunk picks up now. Kryakov comes across Bunk's effort. Bunk coming into the corner. Taken off by Bonet. Bonet pushes it around, but it's spoiled for a second. Barnashoff picks up. Barnashoff puts it behind him, and here he goes. He's coming up ice. Barnashoff gets it into the zone. Blum goes after it in the corner. Up against Barnashoff. Barnashoff gets a hold of it. He looks up front. Over to Wellington. Wellington with a shot. Goes wide. Ormsby with it. Feeds it back into the corner. Barnashoff going after it. Barnashoff still trying to get a hold of it in the possession of the MetroJets. Ormsby with it here. Ormsby gets poked away off the hands of Majeski. Wellington feeds it down to Vysotsky. Through Bunk. Fournier with it here. Fournier blows out a tire on a pickup here on a backhand effort. It's sitting up front, cleared out in the corner. Now picked back up by Ormsby. Ormsby with it. Ormsby gets some heat now from Chara. Now it's going to be brought up maybe by Jets. Tipped off the stick, goes back into the corner. Nelson will go after it. It goes all around. Novak going after it here. Nelson there. Ormsby trying to get a hold of it too. Nelson's getting it tied up. Ormsby with it here on the backhand, soft over to Wellington. Wellington here. Tries to give it up to Wilson. Wilson does connect. Off the boards, picked up, played. Now coming in, picked up by Wilson. Wilson coming up with a shot. Just bounces off the glove, kept in by Ormsby. Around it goes, chasing it, B. Wilson. Martin picks up back for Metro. On the spoil here maybe. Wilson trying to get underneath of it. Metro trying to get going with it. And here they go. Tron going over with Outman. Templeton going with him. Caught, skates together. Shot goes around, clears, self-clears, back into the MetroJet zone. Now it's going to be picked up. Provencher goes to pass. Scully goes back with Outman. Trying to get it out. Up front, it's in the area, and it's still loose. Picked up, here we go. Templeton with the puck, hanging on to it. Feeds it. Provencher on the spoil, picked up Coulter. Coulter going in without him. Now it's going to be turned over. Voloboy over that here. The puck gets left behind on delayed offside. Picked up now by the Jets. Jets with it here. Taylor feeds it down. Tipped in. And out of play. Evangelista. Face off will go center ice. 6:14 remaining in the third. 3-4 in favor of the MetroJets. Face off, picked up Jets. Rakoff on the stop. Drops it back to Bonet. Bonet goes up to Vysotsky. Gets it out in the neutral zone. On a delayed. Gives a chance for the spaceman to gather that back up. Regroup. Bonet with it here. Draws in Anderson. Here he comes up the ice. Over to Vysotsky. Vysotsky plays it off the boards. It takes a bounce. Still hanging on to it. He connects there with Provencher. Up front. Morelli trying to get a hold of it. Picked up Vysotsky. Back to Barnashoff. Barnashoff to Vysotsky with a shot across. Kept in by Bonet. Bonet feeds it back. Barnashoff going up front. Hits the stick of Slater, and it's a race down the ice. Evangelista trying to get a hold of it. Bonet with it here. Bonet trying to get through, but he's double teamed. Picked up Barnashoff. Barnashoff tries to get it out, but hits Varelli. Picked up by Bonet. Feeds it back to Wolf. Wolf here. Goes to Slater, but throws it behind him in icing, coming against the spaceman. 5:11 here left in the third period. Patterson versus Slater, glove side of Rakoff. Feeds out. And it is going to be kept in by Blum. Outman with a shot. Goes high. Patterson had to get out of the way of that one. Blum picks up. Puck's going to be loose. Picked up Patterson now. Patterson along the bench. Picked up, and it is into the neutral zone. Monk picks up. They didn't elect to go to Hartzell. Shot put on, sticked into the corner. Picked up Wolf. Wolf with it here. Wolf bounces it out. And another icing against the spaceman. Stone versus Ormsby. Sticks out of Rakoff on the faceoff. It's going to be picked up, played off the boards by Bonet. Down it goes for another icing against the spaceman. On the face-off, picked up Fournier with a look. The shot, saved, pushed it in the corner. Pivic plays it around, Wolf with it here. Takes a bounce into the corner. Bonet picks up. Bonet coming up the ice. Tries to feed. Wilson went out wide. Ormsby keeps it in the zone. Davis with it here, Bonet on the change. Out into the neutral, it's going to be picked up by Nilsson, but almost spoiled as Pivic got a hold of it. Wollington with it here. Wollington tried to get the pass there. Pivic on the spoil. MetroJets with it here. In the face-off circle, now feeding it across. Cross over to Fournier. Fournier with a look. Trying to feed. Shot and scored. I believe Majeski may be the one who put that one in. He's the one leading the way. With 3:47 left. The MetroJets up by 2. Gross versus Charlton on the faceoff. It's going to be picked up, now played up, bringing it in. Gormanoff is taken away. Volobyov's trying to stop it here. Picked up Scully. Scully goes across over to Templeton. Templeton with it here back to Scully. Scully with it. Tries to get it up to Volobyov. He does. Tries to put it in. Now it's going to be Gormanoff. Volobyov with a shot. It's wide. Gross will pick it up. Feed it back to point. Templeton with it here. Templeton can't keep it in. And here comes a race down the ice. Scully coming back. It's 2-on-1 going. Shot on a save. Picked up Templeton on the rebound. Takes a look at Volobyov. He has it now. Gets it across, but it's met by stick. Templeton on the keep. Feeds it back. Jets with it here. 3:05 remaining. Gross trying to tie this guy up, and he does. Templeton was able to get it to Scully. Scully to Volobyov. Volobyov trying to go after it here. Picked up Gross. Gross with it. It's poked away by Coulter. Coulter with it now. Caught on a skate. Evangelista. Evangelista with it here. Tries to get a shot off the boards. Goes wide. Picked up. Gormanoff going up against Evangelista. Comes back around to Scully. Scully with it here. Scully pushes it up. Takes a bounce into the zone. Comes back to Blum. Blum with it here. Now it's going to be picked up. Bonet with it. Feeds it into the corner. He's going after it. Goes up against Blum. Pushes Blum off the play. Bonet with it. Bonet with it. Underneath. Now it's going to be picked up for a second by Byler. Tries to get through the crowd. And Schaefer pushes it around. Popped out. Turned over. Evangelista going after it. Finfrock has it for a second, but it's played off the stick of Varelli. Wolf with it now. Here comes Wolf. Wolf wraps it off the boards, picked up by Byler, turned over, and played down the ice on an icing coming up against the MetroJets. Timeout called, I think, maybe, or not. Let's see. Timeout called by Fort Wayne. Mason, what do you think some strategy that the head coach Kaylee Schrock is coming up with here?
Yeah, you gotta get a quick goal here. You gotta take the advantage of the icing here. I don't know. I would guess they might pull the goalie here soon, but I don't know if he wants to, being down 2. Maybe see if we can get a quick one here, and then maybe off the face-off off the goal. But he's probably just trying to come up with a strategy here. Trying to probably, my guess would be find like Wysoski there in the slot or something like that. Setting something up to where they can get it like a quick, fast goal here, because they are down 2 here. Minute 42 left.
We've seen it happen here in Fort Wayne, and it could happen. One team could put up a couple, so could the other. Speaking of goals, Luka Pivic's 10th goal on the season. The power play, Jake Taylor on the assist, his 15th, which I believe that's his number. And then Sutton Majeski gets his 3rd on the season. Assisted Tyler Fleming, his 8th assist, and Enrique Fournier's 3rd assist. That's what puts it 5-3 in favor of the MetroJets. They force a timeout on the spaceman here. With a face-off coming in the attacking zone, we do see Rakoff still on the ice. We'll keep an eye on that and see if he launches on, but we've got to get it within 1 here quickly, like you said. Oh no, it's an empty. All right, you got a $1.42 to do it. Let's see what they can do. Gormanoff on the face-off, and it's against Stone. Picked up, wrapped around, kept. Bonet has to go out in the neutral zone. Feeds it, but it's broken up by Pivic. And it's off of the safety netting, and they'll be facing off just outside the attacking zone, and let's see what they do here. They're going to bring out Rakoff. Slater will sit. On the face-off, Gormanoff working on it. It's going to be dumped in by Stone. Picked up by Bonet, but he's got to reach for it. Picked up now, here we go. Coming up the ice, we see Rakoff heading onto the bench. Here's Gormanoff with it here. Gormanoff trying to feed it over to Voblev. Lows the side of Fournier with it, trying to clear it out. Bonet trying to keep it in. Stays in, Gormanoff with it. Feeding up to Wysoski. On the backhand try. Picked up Gormanoff. Gormanoff feeding it back over to Barnashoff. Barnashoff now with the puck. Barnashoff getting some pressure here put on by Fournier. Almost turned over here. Barnashoff trying to come in. Takes a clink off the pipes. Picked up Slater. Now in a minute. Slater with it here. Feeds it back. Up the point. Now Bonet. Bonet fires it in. It's loose. Picked up Voloboya. Voloboya with it here. Trying to stuff it into the pucks. Going to be covered. Boy, they were working Jacob Upsera. He is feeling it here. That was 2.5 periods of action right there that he was working. He was not going to try to allow one to get in there, so good stop put on by Jacob. Gormanoff versus Charon in the face-off. 51.3 left here in the third. Face-off's going to be kept. Picked up on a rebound, and a shot goes high over. Taylor trying to pick it up as it goes. And a hand pass by the MetroJets. Face-off will go. Let's see what side they go on. It was right behind the net. And it's going to go stick side of Upsera. The glove side hasn't been working, right? All right. Gormanoff versus Charon. Feeds it back to Bonet. Bonet connects over to Slater. Slater goes over to Gormanoff. Goes high up on the glass. Kept in Wysoski. Wysoski trying to feed up front. Taylor there touches the stick. Slater feeds it back around. 28 seconds. Picked up Voloboya. Pokes it back. Around it goes. Goes out into the neutral zone. Bonet will pick up. Off the boards. Goes in. Now picked up Fleming. Feeds it back. Novak goes back with Sharon. Back with Vysotsky. Vysotsky comes across, trying to stuff it in. Shut down by Vysotsky. And it's a battle. But the stick broke here on Vysotsky. Barnashop tries to get rid of it. That'll do it. And the MetroJets on the road for both teams come out victorious here. This afternoon as the MetroJets take on the Fort Wayne Spacemen. And on their 12-game win streak has been stopped by the MetroJets. And they pick up their 7th win on the season and put the Spacemen back 12-2, where the MetroJets come out 7-2 as they will hit the road this afternoon. What an effort put on by the MetroJets as they came into town here, playing with a strong heart in memory on rink 47 of 47 Braden Lewis. This was his team. And we will join in on prayer here for a second. Well, Jacob Obzera stared at 30 attempts put on him. And we saw Gleb Rickoff, that's for the game total, 41 put on to Rickoff. So they got it done for the MetroJets. And we thank you here for tuning in. Next week, we're going to have a showcase. We're going to have a lot of hockey here. So if you want to come out and take a look or watch Black Bear, we'll be glad to put that on for you there. Matt Preer, it's always good to have you join us. We'll see you here this weekend, and that'll be interesting as hopefully you got to see the MetroJets here come out victorious, so you're all smiles. So it was a good game here. It's pretty exciting. Spacemen come up short here, but with the showcase coming up and a bunch of games this season, we'll see if they rebound. But it is the start of the season here for the MetroJets, and they have done what they need to under the guidance of head coach Jamie Lovell. So for all of us here, we thank you for tuning in, watching the Fort Wayne Spacemen on Black Bear TV, brought to you by Summit City Sports. We will see you the next time around. And remember, wherever you're at, if you need a ride, make sure you go home, drive safe, because someone out there loves you. Take care.